Go. Ripple. What's the story there?
I believe Ripple will be the most explosive coin in the next few months. As soon as the SEC lawsuit is over, all of my sources are saying that we will get a settlement between Ripple and the SEC, and this will lead to a huge price explosion, as basically Ripple will no longer, or XRP will no longer be considered a security, and all of the suppression that happened on the first half of this bull run due to the lawsuit will be over, and we will get a true explosion for XRP.
All right, that's how we like to leave it.
So said very well by BitBoy Crypto. Guys, you have to keep in mind, XRP was massively suppressed. Look at any of the top 10 crypto coins in the last bull run and find one for me that did not reach all-time highs. Everything did when Bitcoin went crazy. But because of that lawsuit, because of that manipulation, XRP was not able in this first half and back in the 2021 bull run to really see its value. There's a lot of information to cover. Let's hop right into it. So unless you're living under a rock, yesterday, the Federal Reserve did a 50 basis point rate cuts, which is what everyone was expecting. They also did this on September 18th, right before the last financial crisis. And what can you deduce from this chart right here? Every time the Fed cuts rates, the market dumps. Back in the late 90s, 56% dump. 53% dump in the 2000s, and then during the COVID-19 thing, negative 23% dump. And these are the last 3 times the Fed has initiated its cutting cycle with a 50 basis point cut. So maybe this time we don't dump, but I would assume we do see a market correction here. And there's only 2 instances where this first rate cut that the Fed does was greater than 0.25%. Typically, they just start with a little cut, but things are going crazy right now, and so they were forced to do a 50-point rate cut. And the only other times this happened was the dot-com boom and the financial crisis of 2007, 2008. And the situation in the macroeconomy has only gotten worse then, so you really need to brace yourselves. And this is also very important for the crypto market. FTX, that massive exchange ran by Scam Bankman-Fried that went under. Good news, people that lost their money on there, they're actually going to get their funds back. And FTX has $16 billion that they are going to distribute to their creditors in Q4 of this year. That's in 2 weeks. And where do you think this money is going to go, guys? You think all these people that lost their crypto in the FTX meltdown, they're just going to totally leave crypto now? No, I think a lot of these people are actually going to be excited and happy to get their funds back, and they're going to put them back in the crypto market. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with this creditor payout, because $16 billion is a lot of liquidity to flow into crypto, and I imagine they'll be buying up a lot of coins. And guys, if you use Telegram, I have a free Telegram group where we just talk about crypto and other current events. In the future, I might charge money to join this, but it's free now. So if you like my content and you use Telegram, find that in the video description below. And if you need a spot to get crypto and you want to support my channel, check out Uphold as well in the video description below. It's where I dollar cost average to get my XRP every week. Some really quick headlines. Louisiana state government officially accepts Bitcoin and crypto as a valid form of payment. And BlackRock has come out and says that these Federal Reserve interest rate cuts will not be as deep as the market expects. I take that with a grain of salt because BlackRock is the largest hedge fund in the world. And Donald Trump did something pretty funny. I guess in New York City, there's this Bitcoin bar where you can purchase drinks with Bitcoin. And he was on Fox News. He's been on this tirade of just talking about crypto. He's going to make the USA the crypto capital of the world. And it took over 45 seconds for them to awkwardly smile and pretend the Bitcoin transaction was settled. Bitcoin is not fast or cost effective. All right. We already know this, but people that are new to crypto might look at Bitcoin as something akin to a world reserve currency. It never will be that. And you see here this example, Bitcoin cannot be used for payments as well. Something like XRP is going to be the winner in peer-to-peer payments. In this whole industry of cryptocurrency, keep in mind what it was founded for. Satoshi Nakamoto, the creator of Bitcoin, in the Bitcoin white paper writes, Bitcoin is designed to be peer-to-peer currency. Over the years, big corporations, governments have co-opted Bitcoin and changed it into this more digital gold narrative. It never will be payments. But this whole industry we're in is to digitize payments. That's what Satoshi's vision was, whoever Satoshi is. And XRP fulfills that vision to a T. The Grayscale XRP Trust paves the way for an XRP ETF. This was big news this week. Grayscale's relaunch of the XRP Trust that was dissolved during the lawsuit is noteworthy as it could pave the way for an XRP ETF. ETFs and trusts differ. Among others, ETFs require SEC approval as they can be offered to the public. Trusts are restricted just to accredited investors and hence face lighter regulatory scrutiny. Grayscale's strategy of converting its Bitcoin trust into an ETF opened the floodgates for crypto spot ETF launches, giving the XRP Trust special significance. What could further increase the odds of an XRP ETF listing is if the Chicago Mercantile Exchange were to list XRP futures. There's no indication yet, but XRP bulls were encouraged when Binomial, a CFTC regulated crypto derivatives exchange, submitted a document to the SEC in mid-August to add XRP futures to its offerings. Some people are speculating that the CFTC approval of XRP futures on the Binomial platform could pave the way for the CME to follow suit. So guys, Grayscale already did this with Bitcoin. They had the Bitcoin Trust and they converted it into the ETF, and a bunch of other people followed, creating their own Bitcoin ETFs. Now they have an XRP Trust. What do you think the odds are of them converting this XRP Trust into an XRP ETF down the road? They already did it with Bitcoin. Guys, thanks for your support on the channel. Without you guys watching, this content's worthless. If you enjoy the content, hit that like button. It really supports the video, but it also lets me know I'm not wasting your time and you did gain something from my videos. I try and include really important information, no BS, no fluff. And BlackRock has released a pro-Bitcoin report. The largest asset manager on the planet understands the importance of Bitcoin. Just another example of the traditional finance people, and the tides are turning towards crypto. Elon Musk comes out and says Buffett is already preparing for this outcome. And he quote tweets Mario Nafal. Hedge fund billionaire John Paulson plans to pull his money from the market if Kamala is invested. And this guy has a lot of money, guys. He manages in his hedge fund $9 billion across various sectors. And he has concerns about Kamala's proposed economic policies. I think a lot of us do. These include the corporate tax rate. And keep in mind, guys, Amazon and a lot of these big companies pay zero in corporate taxes. So what is raising the corporate tax rate going to do? They're already paying no taxes. Are they magically going to just start paying them? Raising the capital gains tax and introducing a 25% tax on unrealized gains. Absurd. And this might be another sign that we are going to see a market downturn in these coming months. Whenever you see someone like this who sold, I'd call him an ETH whale. A lot of people have a lot more ETH, but he sold 350 ETH for a massive 450x gain. He bought this ETH in 2016, 16,000 Ether, and in the ICO days for Ethereum, you were buying Ethereum for 15 cents, and he sold a portion, just a little amount of it, for a 450x return. And these are the smart money. These are the guys who got into the Ethereum ICO. They've been in the crypto space for a while. And whenever you start to see them selling and taking profits and paying themselves, it could be deduced of some bearish action in the future. And this is not crypto related at all, but very alarming to me. You guys know what 23andMe is? It's where you can send your DNA in on a cotton swab, and then they'll tell you like your breakdown of your genetics and potentially who you're related to. Their entire board just resigned. And in the past, there has been evidence of 23andMe. They collect all this DNA from all these people, and they actually sell that data. And so I don't know what's going on with this, but I did find this interesting, and I like to talk about interesting things on this channel. Are you guys paying attention? This is the most bullish chart in crypto. I agree. Like I said at the beginning of the video, name a cryptocurrency in the top 10 market cap that did not hit all-time highs last bull run. Look at this XRP chart. It's the only one that has not hit all-time highs. And this is the biggest bull flag I've ever seen on a price chart. A 6-7 year long bull flag. It's just a matter of time before you see $1 plus XRP. And it's not just cross-border payments, guys. We're getting into the stablecoin market as well. Trillions on-chain coming to the XRP ledger. The Ripple stablecoin is launching within weeks. That's what Brad Garlinghouse said. It's designed for payments to maintain a constant value of $1. It's fully backed, which is huge for stablecoins. It's issued on the XRP ledger and Ethereum blockchains, enabling instant payouts and easy fiat stablecoin on and off ramps. It's going to be really interesting to see what share of the market this Ripple stablecoin captures. Right now you have 75% of the stablecoin market with Tether, and then the rest of the stablecoin market, the majority is probably USDC Circle. I imagine with Ripple being such a legitimate company, having so much cash on their balance sheet, having a big reputation already, that they're going to capture at least 10% of this stablecoin market, and it's only going to increase as Tether weakens. Japan settles about $2 trillion on a daily basis. If every bank uses XRP in Japan, like the SBI CEO said, right? That's a pretty crazy statement coming from a CEO of one of the world's largest banks to speak specifically on a cryptocurrency, but then to also say all the banks are going to use it. Imagine how deep the liquidity pools of XRP and the Ripple stablecoin will need to be to handle that volume. Maybe close to double that. XRP has to be much higher in price, no doubt. And Japan is one of the most innovative countries when it comes to cryptocurrency adoption. Just look at what the SBI CEO has said, right? Every bank will use XRP. And now, another clip from Trump. We always talk about this flip of the switch moment, this new financial system. The BRICS nations have already launched their instantaneous payment system. Take a listen to this.
President, and that's not going to be a threat because we have a lot of power. Doing business with China is a good thing, but you have to have a fair deal. Doing business with Russia, they have so much in terms of minerals and things. The size of their land mass is like 4 times bigger than the United States. The minerals and things they have, we can do great business, and you keep everybody happy. You can solve that problem. But let's talk about the local problem. The local problem is that you have countries stealing your business. Mexico is a very big one. Mexico, this year, we have a deficit with Mexico of $250 billion. Think of this. With Mexico, little Mexico, you think of it as a little innocent place. We're losing our ass to Mexico. China, you don't even have to talk about. We have over $1 trillion this year. I was charging them numbers that were unbelievable, and now he's just totally given up the ghost. And we're going to lose $1 trillion in deficits to China. $1 trillion. That's not sustainable. We're going to turn it all around, and we're going to do it through taxation and tariffs. It will be done in 24 hours, and it'll change the whole planet. Just so you know, Sarah, China became powerful because they charge. They don't call them tariffs. They call it a tax. They don't call it tariffs. The word tariff is a beautiful word to me, but to a lot of people that don't understand, it's not a beautiful word because you have a lot of people that are paid off by these countries. They're taking care of these countries, and they don't care about destroying the United States. They want millions of dollars in fees and consultation, but we will, literally in a period of 24 hours, we can change the whole trading of the whole world. They've taken advantage of our country for years. I stopped it. I stopped so much of it.
So this is a president who has talked about openly wanting to make the USA the crypto capital of the world. He's seen in this previous video 5 minutes ago, he's at this New York Bitcoin bar showing how you can use cryptocurrency to buy simple things. And he's talking about changing the financial world overnight. BRICS has already launched their instantaneous payment solution, and BRICS is the leader in the de-dollarization movement. So what do you think if he's elected, he's going to do? Stand by and let these other countries that we're in competition with adopt innovation while we just sit on the sidelines and lose market share? I don't think so. And I wouldn't be surprised if Brad Garlinghouse and Donald Trump have been in the same room sometime before. And housing defaults are beginning to skyrocket. It's unlike anything we've seen since the last recession. Here you can see the delinquency rate of multifamily housing, and let's talk about why this is really alarming. The Fed has been on an unprecedented hiking cycle, taking rates from near 0%, basically free money, to 5% in just 1 year. Interest rates have now been above the 10-year Treasury yield for the longest time since the 2008 financial crisis. This indicates tight monetary policy. High rates negatively impact the housing market, right? Cost more to borrow money. During the recent hiking cycle, 30-year mortgage rates broke out a key downtrend. They rose from 2.6% to around 8% in 2023. Elevated rates made the housing market very unaffordable. Homebuyer affordability fell to the lowest levels in 35 years. Mortgage demand also plummeted as high borrowing costs caused demand destruction. As unaffordability grew, plus high inflation put pressure on consumers, defaults started popping up. Delinquency rates for multifamily housing hit unseen levels. Even now, people don't feel like buying homes. Buying conditions have collapsed, reaching levels only seen 2 times since 1960, 1974, and 81. And some people like to make the argument, oh yeah, back in the 60s and 70s when I bought my first home, interest rates were 15%. Well, the value of the dollar and your purchasing power was way higher. The amount of your income annually that you needed to buy a house was way more reasonable. A rate cut this month should potentially provide some relief to the housing market. However, trouble for the housing market might still not be over. If a recession unfolds later this year, that would be another major headwind for the consumers and the housing sector. For now, the market continues to remain in a bullish structure. We've just seen a 2 real-time trade alert today, and then he goes on to shill his trading course. But there's a lot going on in the economy right now that we haven't seen in a long time. And with inflation at the highest it's been in my lifetime, it's going to be interesting to see how all these events work out. Guys, thanks for giving me 15-20 minutes of your day. I don't take it for granted. If you made it this far in the video, comment Latin in the comment section below. That's a special word today. And everyone that comments Latin, thank you in advance for being my loyal viewers and watching the full video. It really does support the channel. Have a great start to your day. Enjoy this weekend. Until next time, my friends.